What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Sav Show. My name is Savilian. I'm the host of the Sav Show. Thank you for joining me. Today we have a fucking very special guest. This man is a straight shooter, future top 10 in the PGA representative and Masters winner. Make him welcome. This is TPH, Tommy Power Horan. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I didn't say any of those things to you before, so but I'd love to be a top 10 player or whatever you said, win all those tournaments.
Nice. Dude, I think it's look, if you are playing any sport, you kind of got to put your eyes right at the top, right?
I think so. I think generally you sort of have to envision some sort of goal of what you want to achieve. Some guys maybe trip into it a little bit. But I think when you get to the higher levels, you got to have that belief deep down that you're gonna maybe set out to do what you want to do.
Yeah. Would it be like a kind of a blanket kind of like, PGA Tour player, or would it be a specific tournament?
No, well, those big tournaments, like the US Open, US Masters, the big golf tournaments for me, like you'd love to win those.
Yeah.
But like a blanket PGA Tour player or whatever, top 50 player in the world, I've always thought for some reason top 50 player was something I'd like to do. Yeah, it's like a nice round number or something.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm not super goal like this is what I want. It's more about the process, like trying to get, just it's all the same psychological rubbish that they all harp on about, but just try to get better and try to focus on the areas you need to improve and, all that stuff. So I do have I'd love to be a PGA Tour player. I'd love to win the Masters, but at the same time, it's like just focus what you can control and try to get better every day and do all the things,
Focus on what you can control because I think like, although like it is nice to kind of put up a big blanket goal or like a, shoot for the stars. I think if you're too fixated on that and you're not worried about the finer details, the day in, day out, the grind, the sharpening of the tools, that's never going to happen. It has to be here first.
Yeah. I think any goal like that, a big goal, you have to break it down into much smaller goals, which are more achievable, and so, it's as well with those outcome goals, sometimes like you could play a great tournament and just come second. Some guy you play amazing and a guy beats you, and all of a sudden it's a negative.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, it's a positive. Yeah,
still
you
a positive.
Had a great week. You did all these things really correctly, and you put a lot of hard work in. And then to spin it in a negative is not the best way to go about it.
It's a disservice to the work that you actually did.
Exactly. And sort of like for me, all the things that I can control, effort, attitude, are the big ones. So that's what I go set out to. But at the same time, you've always got that peak, like this is what I really want to achieve. But you probably don't tell too many people.
This actually just brought up an idea. So when you're kind of like, after you play a tournament, you go back and you kind of run through like your assessment of it. Obviously you're going to look at the raw stats, like, hitting fairways, hitting greens, all that kind of stuff. Do you ever assess your reaction? Yeah. In terms of like your emotional reaction to certain moments?
Yeah, there's some stuff out there like a mental scorecard. I don't do it like real. Okay. I don't get right into it, but there's like a mental scorecard where you're like pre-shot routine, post-shot routine, all those things and how you deal with those moments, deal with the ups and the downs. Like when I play tournaments, I just write in my yardage book like how I felt over certain times and how I feel and just random thoughts. So it's not like a real 1 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It's like these are my general thoughts, and then I put them in my diary or whatever, and then I kind of assess. I'm like, this is a common theme that probably should be worked out.
Right.
But yeah, for sure, because I mean, golf is so mental. It's such a mental game, and that you need to be good mentally, and that they can be hard to put into numbers.
Yeah, it's hard to quantify some of that stuff.
Very hard to quantify, and so I try to do that for sure. It's really big for me, and I think at the higher levels, that's really, really important. More important than the other. Normally, when you see a bad shot, it's probably mentally related.
Yeah.
For the really good players.
Because I would imagine that like when you get to the top of any sport, the actual skill levels are all so closely matched. The thing that really sets the elite performers apart is just how sharp they are here.
I think it's, like generally they've all got great skill. There's guys that hit it further and putted a little bit better, but everyone's bought in. Everyone's paid the ticket of admission. The talent, the skill.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
The work ethic, all that. And so that that point of difference at the end is just it's just dealing with the pressure in the moment and these things. And it's and golf, because of the way it is as a game, it's 4 rounds a week.
Yep.
I mean, 5 hours a round. It's a long time. It's a long burn. You know, you're not hitting that many shots, but you're spending a lot of time. The AFL games like 2-3 hours. Soccer games 2-3 hours. This is 5 hours, but 4 days in a row. You got to go home and go to sleep that night, dealing with all the stuff, and then you got to, you know, and by the time you get to the back nine Sunday, which everyone wants to be, a lot of guys are already gone, and then all of a sudden that's really important. So it's a slow burn, and then it gets very hot generally.
Yeah, okay.
So
and you got to make sure you haven't overcooked yourself by the time you get to that point. Yeah,
exactly. So it is a bit of a tough. That's what it is. That's the challenge. That is the challenge of golf. There. Really, you know, you do have to have the skills, like I said, but that's where everyone, the good players set themselves out, is that they just can deal with the moment better than others, I would say, yeah.
How do you rep that? Like, you know, final round, Sunday afternoon, like you're coming down the back straight. How do you rep that?
I mean, experiences like that, but when you're doing it for the first time, I mean, you can... it's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
It's a good question.
You can't really rehearse that. If you're just playing like a casual round, you can't put that amount of pressure on yourself.
You can't.
You know, because the way that I potentially could think about it is because all the pressure in golf comes from the exact position you are in the tournament. And, you know, because I just quickly thought about like what it would be as compared to like, let's just say you're fighting, right? The actual intensity of you being like put up against a cage or in a really bad position, you can kind of rep that if you're like doing some real hard sparring rounds because it's just you and another guy. The actual mental pressure is not going to be that much different.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're coming down the back straight of a fucking 4-day tournament, the pressure that moment is going to exact comes from the crowd, where you're on the scoreboard, who's watching, you know, all these external things.
Most of it's just internal, really. Like it's all pressure is generally self-induced.
Yeah.
You know? But you're right. Like I feel like when I'm playing tournaments, I'm on such a different emotional level because of the stress and the pressure. And then I'm really up here and then I live my life down here. So, it is hard. I'm pretty relaxed. I generally say I'm pretty relaxed. I'm, not that flustered. And then all of a sudden in tournaments, I'm just on edge.
Yeah,
a different person.
Yeah.
But I think, like I spoke to a few pros about it and playing like money games and trying to, play for something, play for a few.
Put something on the line.
Put something on the line as well. And then you've got this sort of like having a good pre-shot routine, having a good, sticking to what you can control.
That's a good point.
That's what I do. I mean, in my yardage book that I've got, I write my notes during the round, but I've got my sort of 10 notes, 10 little lines that I have that I reread during the round, and it's kind of like focus on the things you can control, your attitude and your emotions and all these things. And just let it go. Because at the end of the day, you can't be second guessing yourself. You have to just try your best. And be okay that if you fail or not. You know what I mean?
The work's already been done. You just got to trust that you've done the work.
The work's done. You just have a great attitude right now.
Yeah.
Keep trying your best. Stay positive.
Yeah.
And if it fails, that's okay. You can learn from that. And just deal with it. And a lot of time, it works out better. It's just when you're indecisive, that's when it really fucks you, to be honest.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thought. Why are Australians calling it a yardage book? Shouldn't it be a meterage book? Like, can we sort that out? Can we take this up with the PGA? Is there someone we can talk to?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'd say most of professional golf revolves around America now, and they still run that system. But that is a good point.
That's a good point.
Good point. They still play in yards in America.
Yeah,
and a lot of Europe. Yeah,
but when you're playing here, all of our
metric book doesn't sound as good.
Nah, it's not as good.
Yardage book sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. Nah, maybe we'll keep it.
Well, it's funny because everyone in Australia talks meters when we play golf. Like 150 meters. But when you talk about putting, it's 3 feet, 6 feet, 9.
It is too.
Yeah, they don't do meters for putting. Or
you don't say I've got a 1 meterer.
Well, you say, this putt was 35 centimeters. It sounds ridiculous.
You say
it's a 3-footer.
I've got a 3-footer. Yeah. Sounds way better.
Yeah.
I sunk a monster 70-footer.
There you go.
I haven't, but I'm like, that would sound fucking.
Yeah, you'd be like,
sounds way better.
I hold a 16-meter putt.
Yeah.
Like,
what? That's not that cool.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that great.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough. That actually is a fair justification. And then the other one that I was thinking was the other thing that kind of popped into my mind. This is a stat I read like years ago. Like I was golf was my first ever love. Like found it when I was 16 years old. Played holes like every single day. Played like summer 72 holes a day.
Yeah,
like
that's what I did.
Fucking obsessed.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Reading all the stats. Like I went to sleep with my first set of TaylorMade irons that I got when I was like 16. Went to bed with them. Yeah. All that shit, right?
Same.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember reading this stat about like Jack Nicklaus in like I think it was like the 75 Masters. It was 75 or somewhere around there.
Okay.
And they measured his pre-shot routine, like in seconds, and over like 200 and whatever 80 strokes, however many he took. His pre-shot routine was between like 17.1 seconds and 17.6 seconds or something like that. Like it was just like bang, 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 bang. It was like clockwork, and I just felt like, man, that is so fucking cool, because like after he does that job, everything else just takes care of itself. Yeah. And you can control that. The pace of your pre-shot routine and like how you zone in that moment, you can control. Everything else, you're just fucking hoping for the best.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've heard the exact same thing with Tiger. Yeah. And the same thing with like Aaron Baddeley with putting. Yeah. You know, it's like the same time. You know, if you said, oh, where is he 12 seconds into his routine? He's probably here.
Yes. Okay.
And so that's what I'm saying, like dealing with the pressure, if you go through that, if you have something to kind of fall back on, because everyone's feeling nervous. Like everyone's really nervous and just, you know, trying to hit a great shot, and you let all these external thoughts can creep into your mind. You know, what if I win? What if I don't win?
Yep.
How that pans out for my future, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay.
But just having something reliable like that to be like, no, just this is the thing I do, and I've got mine that I do. Yep. And then I just hit it, and you deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it.
Then try find it and hit it again. Yeah.
Try and find it.
That's the
try to find it in the bushes. Isn't it crazy that you can hit 280 shots or however many you hit in a fucking round of golf, and the whole thing can come down to like a centimeter. Yeah. Like 4 days, 20 hours, 280 shots, and all of that bullshit could come down to 1 single centimeter.
100%.
Isn't that fucking wild?
It's a strange game.
It's a strange ass game, man.
I mean, famously, who was the guy? Van der Velde down at the British Open. I'm trying to think what year that was. A while ago now, probably in the 90s. Yep. Led the tournament. 3-shot lead, gone down the last.
Down the last?
Yeah.
Made quad.
Made triple and lost in a playoff.
Oh,
made triple. Held like a 10-footer for triple. And so, yeah, like if he just makes bogey or double bogey, he wins the tournament, and you know that's the pinnacle of his career. And you know he had a great career, he's a good player, but yeah, he made a few poor swings and a couple bad decisions, and then all of a sudden it's different, and you're like every other sport, you know, if you're 4 goals up with a minute to go, you just can't lose from it. Okay. Whereas golf, like you can,
because it's just you
really can fuck it from any position. Yeah. That's always in the back of your mind.
Let me let this little boy
go. All good.
Yeah, go on. You can lose it from any position.
That's definitely
that's savage,
I'll tell you
bro.
what, it's come across in my mind plenty of times. Yeah, like there's no. It really feels like there's no lead that's big enough almost. You know what I mean? Because everyone's seen someone make quad on the last hole or just butcher something. You know, they're flying and all of a sudden they're like, oh no.
Yeah, oh no. My life has potentially changed forever.
It's just like a car crash and you're like, oh God. Like, you know. So yeah, that's why I got to stay focused the whole time. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it is. It's really everything counts. It all counts. Every shot counts. Every moment counts.
And just bad breaks, you know, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So I think the thing that I thought of was like the concept of like how everyone kind of a little bit wants to be a golfer.
A little bit, yeah.
And you know, like we mentioned, like everyone kind of maybe wants to be like everyone wants to be a fighter for sure. Yeah. But I think everyone deep down wants to be a golfer.
I think I think anyone golf's got this image that it's kind of a bit stuffy and this and that. Yeah. But at the real core of it's a really cool game. Like I'm pro golf, so I'm gonna be a little biased.
Bit biased, yeah.
Bit biased, but like, well, But like, it's just a cool game. You go out, you can play on your own, you can play with all your friends, you can play with your parents, you can play with your grandparents, you can play with your kids, whoever. You can play with randoms on the street. You can be a pro, you can be a guy that's beginning, and everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
And then the challenge of the game, every time you're like, man, I need to figure that out. I just hit that drive on the last hole too far right. Like, what's going on there? I need to sort that out. What's that left to right wind? Why is that left to right wind really hitting my ball? You know? And so all of a sudden it's just you, and you're like, I need to go to drive range to fix it. And then there's so many elements to it with it. There's so many different clubs and different lies and different golf courses, and there's a lot of cool aspects to it. But I think a lot of people that haven't started golf yet, they're like, golf, college shirts, gym shirts, whatever. And you're like, fair enough. But then they play and they're like, man, I got the bug.
I get it.
Now all of a sudden I want to play golf all the time. So I was saying before, like, people from my school, they were like, give me a hard time playing golf. I'm like, oh yeah. And now they're like, man, just started golf.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now I just want to play golf all the time. Can we go play golf?
Do you reckon it's something you have to, like, obviously when you're younger, golf is like not the coolest thing ever. Like, obviously, like footy, boxing, like things like that. Yeah. Even hard like
sports.
Harder sports, like things like that are cooler. Yeah. But like as you get older, golf gets way more cooler. And I think everyone, like, whether it's professionals, CEOs, multimillionaires, like everyone wants to fucking go have a round. Presidents, Donald Trump fucking loves a round.
100%.
Like 100%. Everyone loves a round.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a cool game. Like I think as well, I didn't even mention, like, you can play golf anywhere. You go to interstate, you got a cool different golf course, go overseas, everywhere's different, it's a new challenge all the time. And you've got that, like, oh, did you play that course the other day? Yeah, like,
you kind of collect them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you collect courses.
Yeah, people 100% be like, I played a Metropolitan the other day. That was like, really? That's
really?
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so you've got that aspect, I think. And then, it's just like a cool sport where you can just walk around. It's kind of good exercise, be outside.
Yep.
Nature's nice.
100%.
And we're very fortunate here in Melbourne. Like, there's amazing golf courses. So many of them.
Okay. Where'd you start?
I started at Cheltenham Golf Course.
Okay.
I first started at Brighton a couple of times.
Okay.
And then I joined Cheltenham, and that's where I pretty much started.
Okay.
Just a little 9-hole track next to Victoria.
Yeah.
Really good, amazing memories there. Like, started with, there's some juniors there that I've grew up with now, I'm still friends with. And, just an amazing place to start. A really good, like a good place to start golf.
Yeah.
Because not too hard, but not too easy, good condition.
Yeah.
And then, I moved to Royal Melbourne when I was probably 16, probably. I still stayed at Cheltenham for another few years. And then, been at Royal for, 10 years now. Yeah.
Okay. And did you move there because you were like starting to take it more seriously?
Yeah. Just, Cheltenham's amazing, but like you do need to play like a championship golf course. Yeah. I'd say. And it's just, Royal Melbourne's amazing, 36 holes and everything, and, pretty world famous. And,
Okay.
And just to keep my golf going. A bit more opportunity there for sure. Yeah.
Where do you reckon was the kind of inflection point where you were like, this is fun, but also I feel like I want to do this forever?
Like, it's a funny one. Forever. I honestly, when I was playing, I didn't really know how good I was a lot of the time. Like, I didn't know if I was good enough to make it, this and that. I remember I joined Cheltenham, and then probably when I was like 14, 15, like year 9 at school, whenever that was, 14 or something. I just wanted to go practice after school all the time. Yeah, like just every day.
Obsessed.
Just loved it. Just on my own a lot of the time, not even with others.
Yep.
And used to just take the train, used to ride my bike to the train station. Like, it was like,
wow, that's commitment.
Yeah, like literally from school.
With ride with the back on.
So I had it was like 3. I got on at Patterson Station. It's like Moorabbin, Hyatt.
Yeah.
Cheltenham back in the day, I think.
Yeah.
And then Cheltenham Station, my family friend used to live right across the street from the golf course.
Oh, perfect.
Clubs
Kept the clubs. Yep.
Drop the bike there, grab my clubs, walk across onto the golf course, and then just practice.
How good is that?
Yeah,
good friend.
Yeah. Great family friend. We're still friends. I saw him last week.
Yeah, okay.
One of my dad's friends. Yeah, like and the support he gave me during it as well. You know, like I was spending so much time there, and like he used to have chocolates and soft drink there all the time. He used to love that. Yeah, like I'd pull up, get there about, I don't know, 4 o'clock, and then grab a couple chocolates, a soft drink, and then head over and practice till dark, and then do it. Yeah.
That fucking reminds me, man. There was so I started at Coffs Harbour Golf Course, and the little bistro there, you go in, you get your $3 worth of chips, big fucking bowl, like that big, doused in gravy, chicken salt.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you get you pay your $2 for your big jug of like strawberry lemon, like raspberry lemonade.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what that shit was about.
That's
you finish your round, you go get your chips, you drink.
Looking back, you know, I used to, I mean, I'm a sweet tooth. I used to love that stuff. And so like, I was like probably subliminally, like I was like, let's go practice because I can get some more chocolates and stuff. Because, you know, some days you don't want to practice. Some days you don't feel like it. Maybe the weather's not as good or you just don't want to do it. And you're like, man, at least, and he had Foxtel there as well.
Oh,
we didn't have Foxtel at home. So
heaven.
I could just like turn the golf on or turn something on, and then I'd head over and then I'd head back and grab a few more, and Dad would come pick me up and then put the bike in the back of the car and go home and go to school. Yeah, not a great student, obviously.
Yeah.
I was a student of the golf, but not so much of high school.
Hey, look, I'm going to assume that everyone's okay because it's kind of working out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, well, I mean, you got to follow what you like doing, I guess. So
totally. I mean,
school wasn't very interesting.
You can't. There needs to be that drive to want to succeed, even when things are getting difficult. And if academia or like money is not enough of a motivator, then you got to find something that will motivate you. And if it's something that you can be obsessed about, like golf or like fitness, like fighting, it's got to be something that you can turn up day in and day out when the chips are down, when you're feeling like shit, when you're not getting your chockies. You got to be ready to show up.
Yeah, it's funny. At the time, I never really. I mean, I was like 14 or 15, I guess. 15-year-old boy. There's not a lot of self-reflection going on. But
I'd imagine not.
But I never really thought, like, I just liked doing it and I just did it. You know what I mean? I wasn't really thinking, like, I remember my dad being like, he'd say to people like, Tom, like he's pretty obsessed or whatever. He's besotted by golf, he used to say. And I was like, I don't know, doesn't everyone do this sort of thing? Like you've got your thing.
You got no concept of like what.
I just never had a thing really. I used to play a lot of soccer, but it wasn't really my thing. Like I liked it, but it wasn't like do it on my own. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and it was just, when you're in it, you don't really realize you're in it, I think. Yeah. Okay, like in hindsight. And going back to your question, like I never really thought it was a forever thing. I don't know. I never looked that far. I was just like, I want to get better. I want to get my handicap down. I want to shoot good scores, whatever. Yeah. And then, probably I just did that for years. Yep. And then I finished high school. I was decent. I made the junior state team, and then I went to university. Actually, wasn't a great student, but still, just scraped by. And then when I finished my degree, I was like, I'm going to go to tour school. And I remember like saying to myself, like, just see how it goes. I don't know. I don't have no idea. Yeah. I was sort of studying part time and playing, and then when I remember saying like, if you don't get through, that's cool because you can just play a full year amateur golf. You can go to UK and US, which is what all the guys do. But I was studying, so I didn't do that. Yeah. And then if you get it, that's great. And then I remember because you have a tournament for golf. People don't understand golf. There's like a tournament at the start of the season that if you go to, and if you finish in the top like 40, then you can play that tour for the whole season. Sort of thing. That's like roughly how it works.
What's the tour?
This was just the Australian tour, Australasian tour, just the home tour, and it's nearby at home. And I got through the first stage. There's 2 stages. I got through the first stage, got into final stage. So if you finish top 40, and like going into the 4th round, the final round, I was coming like right on the line, sort of thing. But I'm like, look, I'm just sort of happy to be here. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how good.
I'm just happy to be here.
People say you're good, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I could, even if I'm like, maybe I'm no good. I'm a decent, but it seems hard. And then had a really good last round and finished like 9th. And I was just like, whoa. I was just like, what? It was so strange. Yeah. So strange. Yeah. Like in hindsight, some of the things that happened, like I remember my first trip overseas, like to go to New Zealand, I had no money. Like I had like $3,000, right? Yeah. Yeah. I got to fly to New Zealand. I got to pay all my accommodation. Got to pay these things. Yeah. Got to pay a caddy. I had no idea what I was doing. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't have enough money. Maybe after I had enough money for like 2 weeks, and then I was
Out of money.
Then I was out of money.
Yeah.
I had no idea, and I finished like top 10 the first time. I'm like, I got like 3K. I'm like, this is great. This is unbelievable. But in hindsight, I'm like, if I knew what I was doing, man, you got to play good this week, or else you're kind of fucked.
Okay. So you're a bit like oblivious to the
oblivious
to the reality of the situation. But you're so focused on the actual game, the actual process.
Yeah, because there's an art like anything. When you turn professional, I'm sure it's the same in the fight game. Like when you start fighting, you just want to fight. You've got the skills of fighting, right? But then when you become a professional, you got to master your craft. You got to understand how to train and how to prepare and how to deal with it mentally and how to deal with all the other, the financials, the relationships, everything. And at the start, man, I had no idea. I literally wouldn't have been able to afford the 2 weeks. But all of a sudden, you're like, great.
Fuck.
And then I kind of got lucky because, I mean, maybe it would have been better if I got a slap in the face. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's been a strange ride for sure.
So that actually brings up a point that I went and watched a little bit of the conversation that you had on, there was a golf podcast that you're on recently. And when they were like introducing you or something at the beginning, you made a reference to like, how you're only just catching up on your potential or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact thing that you said, but you were like, it was kind of like a bit of you were very humbly kind of like admitting, maybe I'm starting to play better now, but like it's only because, I don't know, maybe I've just iterated a little bit or.
Yeah.
Is that ringing any bells?
A little bit. To be honest, I hate listening to my voice, so I would never listen to a podcast for an hour, so I feel sorry for everyone else having to listen to this. But yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not sure if this is exactly what I was saying, but like, I'm 7-8 years into my career, and to be honest, the first 6.5 years were pretty awful.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
This is the point, I think.
And so I changed coach about 2 years ago, and I did a few other things a little bit differently.
Yep.
But I mean, the main thing probably was the technical change, which has really helped me.
Yeah.
But I kind of always, I don't know, I just always had this feeling that I could be better. Even though when I was playing bad and I took time away from the game for about a year and that, I just always, I don't know, it was just this feeling that I'm like, I just think I can do better than this. When I practice well and I haven't been able to perform how I want to perform in tournaments when it counted.
Yep.
And I just, maybe everyone thinks that, I don't know. But I just always thought, I'm like, I don't know. I just felt like if I get in the position to win a golf tournament that I could do it. I just didn't have the skills behind me because I needed some other help from outside.
Or sharpening.
Just the technical. Golf's a very technical game, and I just didn't quite find the right coach for me. I think that allowed me to exhibit the skills that I needed at that point in time. And I luckily changed to a guy in America, Australian guy in America, Brad Hughes, and he was a great player and a really good ball striker, which is what I struggle with. And he's given me the tools to have a lot of success in the last 6 months, 12 months, but hopefully a lot more in the future as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly I think the point you were trying to, because you said it a little bit tongue in cheek, like it was like you're kind of aware of where you've been and where you're at, and just how you seem to be seizing the moment a little bit better at the moment.
I think so. I think like I just feel like I have a bit of momentum, and definitely my confidence has never been higher. And it wasn't much to beat beforehand, so I was probably always giving myself too much of a hard time. But like I don't know. I just feel week to week it's been really good and a lot of positive signs and. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just a bit more optimistic maybe.
Do you feel like you're getting out of your own way a little bit more?
Yeah, I think I'm like conscious of when I get in my way to get out of it. Right. Whereas before a lot of the time,
didn't even realize.
Yeah, it comes back to, just awareness really. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm understanding a few more of the other things of the game that outside of just the technical stuff. I'm doing the technical stuff a lot better for sure, but also just the craft of playing a professional golf tournament. Yeah. All those things doing a lot better. Yeah. And who knows? Like I've got a crazy 12 months coming up. 18
Have
months.
you?
Yeah. Like this is my first year on the Asian tour this year. I got my card at the start of the season, but then I got my European tour card for next season, and I hopefully get some starts in the States as well. So, I've predominantly always played in Australia. I've only had my Australian tour card before this year. I sort of said to myself maybe a year ago, I sort of said like, I'm 30 now. So, I'm not too old, but I'm I'm not young anymore, that's for sure. And playing golf in Australia on the Australasian Tour, unfortunately, there's not a ton of money unless you play really well in the big events, which I wasn't doing anyway. But it's self-funded. And that I didn't have a lot of money, you know, and I'm struggling to break even, and I don't want to always struggle to break even. And I'd like to be able to buy a house and have a car and have, you know, and provide for other people hopefully in the future in some time. But to just actually, I've lost my train of thought now. But to see that kind of like mental plan and that trajectory start to play out would be very good for your self-belief. Would you? I said, sorry, going back. You've just got my thought back. But I said to myself, like, if I don't get my card on a main tour within 3 years, I'm probably going to do something else.
Okay,
cool. I sort of gave myself that timeline.
When did you set that
Probably
up?
like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly. It was kind of funny because COVID hit, and then it was like you couldn't do anything. I'm like, it doesn't count. But because like I was saying, like it's a struggle and it's a lot of sacrifice, and there's not a lot of upside when you're doing it. And I was like, it's not something I'm going to be there doing forever. If I was in the same position, you know, without having made money, I'm like, I can't, you know, I want to have a life outside of this stuff.
Totally.
I'm all in on it, but I can't do it forever. I can't be 35 doing the same shit. And so for me, like to get my Asian card, like that was like, oh wow, you've actually got onto a big tour. And then all of a sudden Europe and then America.
How'd you get that? Like, what do you have to do?
I went to the tour school. I went right at the start of the year. When I went, it was halfway through the Australian season, and I'd had a really good start to the season. I was kind of like coming like 7th on the order merit.
Okay.
And so I was going right. And then I went to the tour school, 2 stages again, won the first stage, which was great. And then went to the final stage, and it's 5 rounds instead of 4 rounds. It's a bit of a longer slog. 5 rounds. And I got off to a really bad start, and I sort of just clawed my way back. And there's a 2-round cut and there's a 4-round cut where they cut players out. Yeah, okay. And just got through the 2nd round cut. Had a really nice 4th round to get through the 4th round cut, and then the last round had a good round, and I ended up in a playoff for there was 2 cards left. So they hand out 40 cards, 35 cards, 35 cards I think. Yeah. And it was a 9-man playoff for 2 spots. And so yeah.
How
intense.
And
it's really all or nothing as well. And I'd bogeyed. I'd made a meal at the last hole. Yeah, made a bogey on the last hole in the final
to put you into that 9-hole man,
to put me back into the playoff. And it was an easy hole. It was just this. Hit it behind a tree. And anyway,
so you par that, you get the card straight away.
I'm sweet. Yeah, I'm sweet. I'm in the top 35, I think it was, and I bogeyed it, and I had to wait like an hour for the playoff. I'm just. You know, 9 other cunts.
Can't you just go like do a bit of kneecapping?
I'm just like, don't come near me. I was so mad. And a lot of the tour schools, it's like ties. It's like 35 and ties. So you're like, people. But this one, it was top
only
35.
Yeah.
And so people are messaging me like, well done, you've had this great last round. You shot like 4 in the last round. You've got it. And I didn't.
These motherfuckers.
And I didn't. Yeah. And I'm like, and I just even the Aussie boys that were at the tour school, that got through, they were like, they saw what happened, like they saw on the scores. So like, probably don't go near him. But then I had an hour, so I had a bit of time to calm down, and then I come out and birdied the first playoff hole, so got my card. Yeah, so that's
so that was it.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so that was great.
Amazing.
Tell you what, it would have
handled.
It would have been a shit flight home from Thailand if I didn't get it. Tell you what. But
look, you'll never know.
We'll never know. Yeah. Unfortunately, golf, I've had a lot of failures and a lot of disappointments, and I understand what it feels like. And when I see other people struggle, I know exactly how it feels like, because I've definitely felt it. And so, you never wish it upon anyone, but sometimes it's probably a good thing to happen. But
I think
not that one.
Yeah. Look, like we were talking about earlier with the extreme ownership shit, like. I also think extreme empathy, like understanding that how tough life can be and how tough certain situations can be, gives you so much empathy that, like, if you see another person in that situation, you know exactly how to approach them and to treat them and care for them. But also when you're in that situation, maybe either you're going to be more gentle with yourself, or you're going to go, well, look, I know what it's been like to be in that position and feel like shit. I'm not going back there, baby. Let's fucking go.
It's definitely a driver. I've had a great 6 months. Yeah. But I definitely don't want to go back to where I was. Yeah. I mean, no way. And like I think success sometimes I mean, if you have a lot of success, you end up maybe being a bit lazy because you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, which is totally fine.
Yep.
But I haven't had that yet. So it's like I've tasted a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, you get that taste and you like definitely want to work hard and do all the things and yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I get the sense that like, you know, you'll get to like, you know, I've been saying this to a few people in my life lately, like this thing that is like hard or even beautiful right now, you'll look back on this in like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years and be like, that happened pretty quick. Or that's not such a big deal. Like those 9 guys that you fucking had that playoff with, you're frustrated at yourself. Bro, in some of the tournaments that you probably got coming up in your future, that's going to feel like fucking kiddies.
Well, I mean, I turned pro 2016. Like it's gone so fast.
Yeah,
so fast. Yeah. I mean, COVID was kind of weird, but like it's gone so fast. But I always just said like, I think you have to have it go. Like I would, if I didn't play, like I could have, like I had a year off and I stopped playing and I looked at doing other things, you know, I was caddying and stuff like that and it was going all right. And
bit of OnlyFans.
No, OnlyFans. Not yet. No, I need to go to the gym first for that. But I was looking at, I started doing like another business. I just started doing a business degree because I was looking at other things, but I thought, man, I'm going to regret it in like when I'm older, when I'm 50 or something, if I didn't really, you know what I mean? I feel like it's probably the shots you don't take that you think most. I don't know.
Yep.
And so, I was prepared to fail, I think. Like, you know, I had failed a lot anyway, so it wasn't much different. But like, I just wanted to lay it all out. And I think, you know, if it didn't work out and if it doesn't work out in the future, I can live with that. You know, it'd be frustrating, but like, man, if you don't have it, you don't have to take that shot. I don't know. That one would really sting, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're taking the shot, and it seems like you're getting a little bit of reward for the shots you're taking. So
I appreciate it.
Must feel pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a bit surreal, to be honest. Like knowing that. You know, the rest of the year I'm going to play Asian tour, and then my European tour card starts in November, and then you know, hopefully I get some starts in the States. I got the Q school there. Like to think where I could be, or where I will be playing tournaments. To think where I will be, like it's crazy. I mean, you know, now I never expected it. You know, I felt like I could do it, but you never expected, and to think that, you know, some of the things that could come about from it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know, like
how good.
Yeah, it's really surreal.
Soak it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try. I'm going to try. I'm not the best at enjoying the moment at times. Okay. I'm very focused.
Maybe you got to write that in your notepad, in your yardage book.
No, it's in there. No,
in your meterage book.
I think that's the 4th point. You know, legit.
Okay, cool,
I literally have these things. Yeah, 100%. Because I know how I am.
Yeah,
I've sort of, it's taken me a little bit, but I'm understanding myself better. I don't know exactly perfectly, but I'm definitely working on that. And just to enjoy it. Because it is a privilege. That's the note. It's a privilege to play golf tournaments and these things, and that a lot of people don't get to do it, and they don't even get close to it, unfortunately, because of their circumstances or where they're born or wherever. You know, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world, and I have a lot of amazing things and people in my life that I'm so blessed.
Cool.
And so, I love that. I'm bringing my caddy, one of my best mates, I'm going to bring him out caddying, and he's very good at living in the moment. So I think we're going to balance ourselves out.
That's what you need, baby. You need that. I mean, if you can't do it, find people who can plug those holes for you. Then
I think that's what it's all about in anything, but in sport, you know, people build a team. Yep. You know, sports. I mean, AFL, they have the team already, but for MMA fighters, they have their team.
You got to build
all these things. Yeah, you got to build these team, and one of my best mates, like he's very different, but we get on very well, and he's going to come caddy hopefully the whole year, and I'm really excited for that. He's good at enjoying the moment, and I'm not so good at that, so we're going to meet each other halfway, and I feel like with golf you get a lot of you get to travel, and you get to see some cool places and have some cool experiences, and I'm really looking forward to enjoying that with him.
Bond, share some experiences, see the world, and fucking hopefully win some tournaments.
Well, I guess that's what life is, really. Just experiences. And so, that's what I'm really excited about, just to go to some cool places. You know, I get to play Dunhill Links later in the year, which is a golf tournament. Played at St Andrews, which is home of golf.
You have? Or you're going
I'm going to in October, So I've never played. So, St Andrews, Kingsbarns, Carnoustie. And it's a Pro-Am format. So you normally get some celebs playing and
okay.
And there's
a little bit of content.
I think there's exactly, and there's a bit of like, fancy dinners and all that rubbish. So like, I'm like kind of, I'm trying. I've always been so just want to play good, top 10 and do that. I'm like, maybe you can actually try to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one question, and then I reckon we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. Go.
But this is a serious question as well. Okay. Very serious question. Driver off the deck.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
100%.
Yeah. Always.
Well, I mean, if it's the right situation, yeah, for sure. I mean,
not an issue.
No, I've actually been hitting it pretty well lately.
Off the deck, okay.
Yeah, I'll do a little plug. I got a tireless driver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little tight. What degree?
It's 9 degrees. 9 TSR 3. Okay. I got a whole tireless bag this year, pretty much. And played well with them, and yeah, it's been good. Drive off the deck's been going good. I never used to do it until I started hitting the ball better, I guess.
That probably helps.
Which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, like I've hit a few really good ones. Okay. I'm like, wow, that even because sometimes you're like,
no.
It definitely is a shot that it's like. It's the right moment. You got to call in the right moment.
Yeah.
You need the right settings.
But it gives you that.
Because 3 would generally just goes as far almost.
Yeah, okay.
But if it's like a bit into the wind and you need to launch it a bit lower and the eye's okay and, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, driver off the deck, 100%.
All right, beauty. We'll end on that super serious note. TPH, thank you for coming on and chatting.
No, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you and more life, baby. Let's win some tournaments.
Hopefully have some cool experiences coming up.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, we're going to vibe out to some music, so feel free to dance with me. You don't know. You can just chill.
I'll just chill. I'm a terrible dancer.
I'm going to do it. Thank you for tuning in to the Sav Show. This has been Tom Power Horan. Everyone have fun out there. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in to the Sav Show, and I'll see you next time. Let's go.